Hi, my name is Joe Sandusky. I've been a guitar instructor for over 30 years. Today we're going to talk about playing bar chords. This is something that is a real struggle, and it is a strength issue, but there are some things that you can do that will help it along, okay? So really what you got to do is you got to develop this muscle right here, and it's just going to take the reps. So what is a bar chord? A bar chord is a chord that has no open notes in it. When you're playing your typical D, C's, and G's, right? Some of those notes are open notes. You're not fingering them. On bar chords, every note is fingered some which way, and it makes it a movable chord, okay? So the most common one is F, which is actually based on an E chord. What you're doing is you're taking an E chord, you're fingering it so that you're not using your first finger, you're sliding it up one fret, and that makes it an F. Basically, you're turning your first finger into a capo. What's a capo? It's one of these things that squeezes all those strings and then makes, in this case, the first fret the same as having open notes. So I can play an F like that with a capo and I just play an E chord, right? But if songs change keys or you don't have a capo, I'm not a big fan of needing a capo. They're great tools, but you don't want them to become crutches where you have to have them. So the bar chord, your finger becomes the capo. Notice that my finger is parallel with the fret, right? It's not angled in any way. And I am on the top of my finger. So if I was pointing at you, the top of my finger is right here. I roll to that side. Why do I roll to that side? It's because if you look at your finger, there are less grooves on the top of your finger than on the side of your finger or the front of your finger. So you roll to the side. And notice I can get every note to come out, okay? Now, when I play an F chord, this is what my finger actually does. They mute those strings that I'm not bothering to play, okay? And that's something that may take some time to develop, but it's something to think about to try to relieve the pressure where you don't need it to save your strength, okay? But for right now, you want to push down on all of them and then add in the other notes that makes it an F chord, okay? And let's go over what it is. So you're barring all 6 strings with your first finger, third finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, pinky on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, and 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And that is an F chord. And if you slide it up one, you have an F sharp chord. You slide up again, you have a G chord. G sharp, also known as A flat, and A. Whatever note is on this 6th string, whatever note you're playing on this 6th string, as you play up, that is the root of the chord. You're also going to notice that it's easier to play as you go up, okay? Especially kind of in the middle of the guitar, around the 7th fret. Okay, the frets are a little closer together, but not too close together. And if you don't have a cutaway, higher up becomes an issue. If you have a cutaway, the higher up you go, really the easier it gets. But 8th fret, 9th fret's a good place to start. The frets are closer together and there's a little less tension on the string.